Please.
Hi everyone, Michelle Carnley, Coldwell Banker, Associated Brokers Realty. And I am here with the Baresi family, Elizabeth and Lee, and they kindly had told me that they wanted to help me do a video or tell the world about how I go above and beyond for my services with real estate. So I'm taking this opportunity to let you meet them and tell them a little bit about how I helped them. So I'm gonna start with Elizabeth and how we met. And we'll talk a little bit about the process and what they think about my overall services. So go ahead, Elizabeth. How did I meet you?
Well, after 30 years, we decided to start looking for a new home and a change. And we met Michelle at an open house. And it was in the Riverside area because that's kind of, we wanted to concentrate on the area in this, around UCR and whatnot.
Right.
And she encouraged me to, yes, I can help you. And I knew right away that she was my girl. She had all the planning for like how to approach selling the house. She had like a booklet and it had, new paint and, all the little tips to do and what sells a house. So I took that and then immediately she got in touch with me. And from then on, it was just like, okay, I'm just going with her. She started showing us houses. And what I liked most about Michelle was she zeroed in on where we wanted to have the house and the type of house, and also, of course, the range of the cost of the house. A lot of real estate agents seem to like show you these, out of your kind of price range for what you want. She zeroed right in on it right away. And the other thing, she always showed us houses that had a potential for a garden.
Yeah,
Yes.
So we're at her house here on the historic Mission Inn Street. I sold their vineyard in Hemet.
Yes.
And their Hemet house was a beautiful vineyard, and we sold them that, and we got her into this Mission Inn house. And then Lee trusted me with.
Well, I had to sell my mother's house, my mother's house of 70 years, and I didn't know any real estate agents in the area, and the sale of the home was a little bit unexpected, a little bit quick, and I'm not sure how we even broached the subject, but I think Michelle, as she
called
is,
me and you said, just come out and take a look at the house. We don't know.
well, I
what's
just asked,
happening
I think,
with
her
Mom.
opinion, and she volunteers to drive
All the way.
from Riverside to the San Fernando Valley, which is, an hour and a half, and with traffic, 2 hours. I remember one time she called me and said she was stuck in traffic on the way home. But she takes the initiative, and, I was just so pleased that she actually offered, because I was going to ask her anyway, but she offered, and she already had ideas. She was actually, I think, trying to help a friend find a house in that very area, just coincidentally.
I sold him a house right around the corner on Baltar,
And so, and of course we had already had dealings with Michelle, already selling a home.
Yeah, we felt safe. Yeah.
So it was such an easy process. It was the same paperwork, the same procedure. I knew what to expect. The biggest thing that I can say about Michelle is communication.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can imagine a lot of
Thank you.
realtors out there get the job. They look at the house and they think, well, it's just going to sell on its own. I don't have to do too much. And you probably never even hear from them for weeks on end. I don't think
did I show up for open house?
Yeah. I don't think we went a day without hearing from Michelle. I mean, she's always telling you, this is what I'm going to do this weekend. This is what I have planned. This is how I'm going to approach it. And then she would call you like the day before just to remind you, hey, I'm having an open house and so forth. Then she would call you after the open house.
Tell you,
Had lots of people show interest. I'm really, really excited about this. It's a wonderful process. And I don't give compliments to a lot of people. I really don't. But I will say that she makes the process so friendly. I felt almost as if she was perhaps my sister, a neighbor who just wanted to help. No discussions of money, no indication that I'm just going to do the least amount of work possible, get my money and go on. She really worked for us. As a matter of fact, I almost thought she was buying the house for herself. She put so much effort into it. Had to kind of remind her, Michelle, we're the ones that are buying this house, right? Case in point, we did see a house
Yes.
that had tremendous potential, but the house was a disaster. And the asking price was way above what I wanted to pay.
Right.
And so we're walking through the house, and the owner happens to be there, which already makes it a little awkward.
Right.
Because you don't want to say anything, because the owner's there.
Right.
And I remember she showed us this one living room that she had put some effort into, and it looked really nice, and she's pointing out specific details and the wonderful panoramic view.
That's pretty.
And you're thinking, wow, this house could be something special. And then we walked into the kitchen. And I looked up and I saw the ceiling sagging and
Oh my, that house was a disaster.
and I looked at it and I'm like, and then she started talking about all this designer work she had done. So I didn't say anything because I thought, I don't know, is this artistic? Is this the way she wants it to look?
That house was a nightmare.
And Michelle Carnley walks in, and the first thing out of her mouth is, so what's with the ceiling? So she asked the question I wanted to ask, and, you know, we find out, oh no, it's water damage, and we're like, oh, okay. And then we're walking outside, and
I think she said, I'm not going to let you buy this house.
well, Elizabeth's talking to the owner, and I'm outside looking around, and Michelle's like, Lee, you know there's termites here, right? I mean, just look, right, there's termites here. You're not buying this house.
Yeah.
We just need to go. I mean, I had no intention of buying it, but she's honest.
Yeah.
I mean, she could have made
A
a bigger commission.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just
by
was said,
pushing it.
I
oh,
said,
this
no,
house
we're going to
is
keep
wonderful.
looking. And then this house opened up.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
And
you
that
know,
was
it
just-
all fell into place. You know,
Yeah.
I think always God has a plan and things happen the way they're supposed to happen, you know, and I'm very fortunate and blessed that I had these amazing people as clients. And yes, they've become my friends and, you know, we've stayed in touch and, you know,
Well-
all my clients, I think I have a personal relationship with.
Yeah,
so.
you do. And I loved how you were so unflappable. Like, things, you know, the bumps in the road, like the you know, the what was it, the sewer,
Oh, the septic.
Oh, yes.
the
We
septic
encountered a few
issue,
problems, of course,
Yeah,
right,
and
transactions.
she's just like, yeah, I can handle this, yeah, I got it. And I'm like, oh, and she's like, no worries, we got it all, yeah, we're good.
And I remember Lee saying, you know, I'm talking to you now more with all these problems, more to you than I am my wife right now.
Yeah, there were
And
some
I was
moments
like,
there,
"That's
you know.
okay."
It was like,
Yeah. And then there's a lot of little things that you do that makes you stand out. For instance, when we finally were able to move into the house, the previous owners had not had any yard work done. So the weeds out here and all around were,
overgrown.
I don't know, up to my waist. And she had her
gardener.
gardener come in and take care of all that. So at least from the get-go, we had, you know, it was, you know, somewhat presentable, and we had the pool clean for us, and just all these little special touches, and then always calling even after the sale or texting, hey, how's it going? Is everything okay?
And then one of the calls, your roof fell in, right, in the living room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, let me call Susan,
Yeah.
American Home Shield.
Yes,
and
right. You took care of that.
Get
Yeah, we got that fixed.
Get that fixed.
Yes.
So thank you.
Yes.
So overall, your experience with me, and somebody that doesn't know me and wants to pick a realtor, why do you think they should choose me over anybody else in the business right now? What can you say about me and my services? You know,
I'd say communication and personal touch.
nice.
I would say that, you know, again, Michelle approaches this, I think, more from a personal aspect rather than just a job. I mean, it is her job, obviously.
I love what I do.
But you never get the feeling that it is her job. You
Yeah, she
get the
loves her
feeling
job.
that she is literally trying to help you.
Yeah.
And she will tell you honestly, even though you may not want to hear honesty, she will tell you honestly what her opinion is.
Right.
And the other thing that I have to compliment her on is organization. This is going to be the most expensive thing you do in your life, whether it's selling a house or buying a house. And it is an arduous process. Paperwork like you will not believe.
Contracts.
But she is so organized, and she doesn't wait.
Yes.
She doesn't compile 20 forms for you to sign and then just drop by your house, say, hey, I need this by tomorrow. Things are brought to you on a regular basis, so you have time to kind of
To
look
fill
it
it
over.
out, right.
And if you don't know what you're signing, you call her up and you say, what am I signing?
is
And she
this?
will
Yeah.
explain it to you.
And she brings the notary out too. as
Yeah,
well,
she
right, to
brought the notary
yes.
out to the house.
Yes, that's great.
And
So she can
as
help.
far as the sale of our house in Hemet, as well as the sale of my mother's house, this was during COVID-19.
Right.
Not an easy time for anyone, and especially for her. She's under all these restrictions and rules and so forth.
Lysol and this.
Never called up to say, oh, you know, I can't do it this weekend. Nothing deters her. We could have had an apocalypse and Michelle would still be there for the open house.
I did your Hemet house on several rainy days.
Yes, you did.
I
With
know.
all the fireplace going, and
Yes,
I think
yes.
that's helped sell it.
Yeah, I think so.
And she was honest in the sale of our house in Hemet, what we needed to do.
Thank you.
You know, because she was like, no, you got to do this, you have to do that, we have to make it look this way, this is what's going to sell. You need to do something here to improve the view, this is what's going to sell. You know, all these little things. We are more like, no, we'd like to be surrounded by plants and trees and so forth, the
Yeah,
forest.
you didn't want to cut the bushes down. so
Yeah,
the
we didn't
view
want to
was
really
being
do
seen,
kind of
but
what
it
she
helped.
wanted, but
Yeah.
we understood. And
Yeah.
we did it, and she kept saying, everyone keeps remarking about the view. You know,
Yes.
so thank you for doing that.
We wouldn't have done that.
Yes.
Well, it's hard to
You're
sell
welcome.
a view if you
Yeah, yeah.
can't see it. So, anyway,
Yeah.
but a wonderful experience. I have no
Easy.
intention of buying or selling another house in my lifetime, but if I have to,
Oh,
Michelle's.
Thank you. Thank you.
her number is still in my phone, and
Oh, nice. I love that. So, out of 5 stars, what would you give me?
Can I give you 10?
Oh, I love that answer. Thank you so much. You know what? It really was my pleasure to help you find this amazing home and help sell your Hemet house and sell your mom's beautiful home in Van Nuys. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
thank
it was
you.
my pleasure.
Yeah,
So, thank
yeah.
you. You
Thank
guys
you.
were
Well,
a
thank you.
blessing to help.
I
so,
can't even imagine what the process would have been like
Oh.
if it hadn't have been with you.
Thank you.
It would have been overwhelming
Oh.
and anxiety laden.
Well,
But it was
I appreciate
easy.
you taking the time to
Oh,
say
yeah,
all
of
those
course,
things.
Anytime.
So people know, a little bit about how I operate.
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, we
So-
do.
Use Michelle. You will not be dissatisfied.
Aw, thank you so much, Michelle Carnley, Coldwell Banker, Associated Brokers Realty, and I'm ready to help you sell your home in this really ridiculously hot market. So give me a call, 951-237-0748. Have a great day, everyone. Stay blessed.